The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hello, I'm Gail Devins, and welcome to Discover Easton, where we discover Easton. So today, I am so excited about this. This is incredible. Standing beside me is Frank Altieri, the co-founder of Shoveltown Brewery. And this is just going to be a great, we have been after Frank to have an interview for a long time. So thank you very much I know you're very busy. So thank you so much for having us here.
You're welcome, and thanks for your patience. I really would love to have done it a million times, but
yeah, I know.
You know, it's very challenging with two restaurants and then the work that we do. So yeah, it's we're pretty busy here.
Yeah, so here we are in Easton, but also, as you mentioned, he has two restaurants. So where's the other one?
So we renovated an old fire station in Foxborough, and that's called Station 1, and it's in Foxborough Center, right on the Common. It's a great location, beautiful building.
Nice.
It's a little bit different concept where it's more of a restaurant than a brewery, but it serves all Shoveltown Brewery products, including wine and distilled spirits, so we can make cocktails there. And
cocktails, really?
Wine
okay.
And our beer.
Oh, wow. And here at Shoveltown Brewery, it's pretty much
just beer. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That sounds good. And so what's your most sought after beer here at Shoveltown Brewery?
Well, our most popular beer is a beer that is a New England style IPA. And it's called Fly Away, and that really kind of catapulted us into the beer scene. That's one that was very sought after and does very well in all instances. Yeah. New England style IPAs are very popular this time, you know, with the craft beer community, and so that is a very good one. And we believe, you know, it rivals any of the other beers out there. So
yeah.
Fly Away is definitely our most sought after in general, but we have a wide selection of beers and not just IPAs. So we have, for example, just recently we released our very sought after Oktoberfest. Oh. So getting into the season,
we're getting there.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And then shortly we will be introducing our pumpkin ale, which is also very popular.
Wow.
But the summer ale, you know, the seasonal beers do really well.
Yep.
We have a Czech lager that is well received with the beer community, and that's a difficult style to get right. And so we have one of the a Czech lager that is very popular, does really well.
Yeah.
We also have, surprisingly, we have a peanut butter coffee stout.
No.
That people love.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Can you actually, so when you drink that, right, do you taste the peanut butter right away, or is it kind of like an aftertaste?
No, there's a lot of peanut butter there. There's
some
coffee there and peanut butter. Yeah. Wow. And you're more than welcome to try a little bit. We'll have to set up a little flight for you, and we'll try a little bit of each. We'll try the Fly Away, the Patriot, Czech lager, some Crunch, which is the peanut butter coffee stout, and maybe another Oktoberfest or some summer ale, one of those. So
that's interesting.
It's very popular here for people to get a flight of beer, which is 4 beers of their choice, and that allows them to sample
Yeah, instead of the
that's
one beer and then your friend has something else and you're thinking,
Exactly,
oh, I should have got that.
exactly. So
Right? Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you would get 4 to 5 ounce pours of
Oh, that's
any
generous.
of our 4 beers,
Yeah,
any beers that
wow, that's generous.
we have.
Wow,
And
that's great.
typically we have about 16 different beers.
16?
Yes.
That's significant.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, now before I forget, I wanted to ask you, so what made you want to do this, you know, for your business? I mean, what caused you mentioned Flyaway, that's what kind of set you off. So what caused you to go into this? I mean, what's the story? Tell us the story about Shoveltown Brewery.
Sure. So my business partner and I, Jim McSherry, Jim got me involved in home brewing. He was home brewing with some of his friends, and we started to home brew together. And I am an electrical engineer, so I built a system to home brew on that was kind of computer controlled, and it was able to reproduce beers pretty consistently.
Yeah.
And then we were asked, so we were known around town for being home brewers. And one of the committee members at the Children's Museum came up with an idea to have a night at the Brewseum, where they invited
I remember that.
the craft beer
that.
community to
Yes.
come out, and we were part of that.
Yeah.
And as part of that event, there was a homebrew competition, and we were in a homebrew club at the time. We invited a bunch of our friends, and we had a great night. And
that's great.
I don't think we won first prize on that one, but we had second prize and a lot of accolades. And we said, hey, maybe we have something here. And as with every home brewer's dream is to start your own brewery. So we started the planning process, and about 2 years later, then came up with Shoveltown Brewery, this location, and started the brewery here.
Wow, that's amazing. And so now, when did you start Station 1? How far into how many years?
Station 1 is recent. So we've been here since 2017, February.
2017?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. So that's a recent
5,
thing.
6 years, 7 years,
So you're all over the place. I mean, that is so much, you know, to have that restaurant, this restaurant, and everything like that. So, and as you can see here, I mean, look at this. Who in the world did that wall for you? That is amazing.
One
it's
of our
beautiful.
staff members, who's extremely talented,
really, they did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Zach.
That is amazing.
Zach Manza Media, who's in town, has a photography business as well as some media business.
And he does this too.
And he did this.
Wow, that is amazing.
And it came out great.
It came out fantastic.
Yeah. It really was like the walls in here were a little dull. This brought it right to life. So we really appreciate Zach's talent. And
that's great. And so now the stage here. So you have live music, right, on certain nights?
Yeah. So I maybe want to step back just a little bit.
Okay.
One of the things when we founded Shoveltown Brewery, we wanted to be part of the community, contribute to the community, have community events, and give back to the community. Nice. I mean, and that's what we do. It's really built into our fabric.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have a number of events that would bring the community together. Things that would be entertaining, as well as community involvement and those kind of things. So on Wednesday nights we have music bingo.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. On Thursday nights, Thursday nights are very busy. We have open mic night. So if people are interested in coming out and playing music of some type.
Oh, whatever they do, kind of a thing.
They come out. They can come out and play.
And do people actually do that? Do they actually?
We get quite a crowd. Yeah, some nights better than others. Some nights, aren't as good. But we do that. And also on Thursday nights, we have 2 other community type events. We have a fun run that goes out of here. So the runners come and they show up all about 6 o'clock, and they go out for a run, and then they come back and enjoy themselves after.
Come on.
And then we also have a mountain biking club.
Really?
And Easton has some great mountain biking trails, as you may know.
Yep.
In Borderland and
Yeah.
even some other areas around here.
Yeah.
The biking club goes out on Thursdays also, and they go out at 6 o'clock, and they just have to go maybe, I don't know, not even a mile down Canton Street,
Oh, yeah.
and then they can pick up the trails there, and it takes them all the way to Borderland and then
Oh,
other
I didn't
places.
realize
around.
that.
Yeah, so
Really?
yep,
Wow.
and so the mountain biking club has great ridership, a great community
That's good to
event
know.
there. Yeah,
Wow.
and it's open to all abilities, but it tends to kind of be on the little bit of the upper side.
Well, just the term mountain biking, it's like that gets me a little bit. So.
And then Friday night we have trivia, which is
that's fun.
well received, and a local guy does the trivia
Oh yeah.
for us, and
Wow.
he does a great job.
Wow.
And then Saturday nights typically we'll have live music.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like duos and trios.
Yeah.
We do once in a while have a bigger band than that.
Oh, okay.
Like we had Off the Coast, who we used to know as
Yeah.
Lunch Meat, Urban Lunch Meat
Oh, cool.
play, and they always draw a great crowd.
Oh, that's cool.
We have another crowd, well, we have several different people who play, but there's also a band that's some doctors from Brockton area.
Oh,
And they play, and
Get
they're
out,
really
really?
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they're really good. So,
That is
yeah,
so
it's a
great.
lot of fun.
Wow.
And, we usually have a good turnout on a Saturday.
Do you
night,
really?
so,
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. And it's like you said, it really is a community thing. you
Right,
know?
and that's
Just,
key to us, to bring the community together around. I think in our mission statement it says around good food, beer, and community is the things that we want to.
Well, now that you mentioned food, I have to tell you, I have had their flatbread pizza. It is unbelievable. And you have different ones at different times, right?
Yeah, so
it's just so good.
Lex
It's
and the team here,
crazy good.
come up with some. We
Different
have some
ideas?
standard ones, but then they
Yeah.
come up with some ideas.
Yeah.
They just did a summer one with squash and tomatoes,
Ooh.
and it had red curry on it, which was really delicious.
Really?
Yeah, it was-
Wow.
It wouldn't have been something I would have come up with.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then
that's
some of
amazing.
the early ones, and one that's still very popular, my daughter came up with, which was the fig and prosciutto with
I think that's what I had.
arugula. That's
what
always
I had. That's the one
always
I had. Oh.
a really good one.
Oh.
So
Oh.
our flatbreads are
Wow.
very popular. We also offer pretzels and sandwiches
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
And
good.
yeah,
That's really good.
and a beer cheese that we make with our own. We add our own beer to it
To the
make it-
cheese?
to the beer cheese sauce. Yeah,
Really?
It goes with the pretzels, and it's
Oh,
really delicious.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, also, when I was at Hilliard's and the candy there, the beer that you combine
Yeah.
there, chocolate with the,
Yeah,
Oh.
they do. They have a couple of different things that we've collaborated with them on. They have the beer toffees, but also
it's
they
good.
also have a beer brittle that was really
oh, the
popular.
beer brittle. Yeah.
And it was
yeah.
also featured on Oprah at one time. So
No.
yeah,
You kidding me?
They've gotten some national exposure
Congratulations.
with their. I don't want to take. They really
Right.
Did
They
that.
did it, but still, it's your product.
They use our product and
Yeah.
that, and we ship them over some beer every once in a while when they need it. And
Wow.
yeah.
Isn't that great? That is so great.
So that
Wow.
again, not only do we like to be a part of the community, we also like to support the business community, and we do a number of events and a number of things where we can kind of partner with other businesses
and their events that are going on.
We've done things with Langwater Farm, with the Farmer's Daughter,
Oh.
Hilliard's, for
Yep,
example,
yep.
Simpson Springs. We used to do
Yeah.
a lot of stuff with them.
Wow.
And try to bring
Bring it all together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
support the other businesses as well. So
And you were at the Oak Sames Memorial Hall for the summer concert series.
Yeah, that
Your
was
beer
great. There
there.
was some great
That was
music
great.
this
Yes,
season.
really good music this
And
year.
we're looking forward to the 17th, right? We
yes,
have a big party on the 17th.
Big party on the 17th, September 17th. Yeah,
that'll be good.
Yeah. So tell me, in regard to, so you mentioned you do things with businesses. Do you ever bring beer to, say someone's having a big event somewhere, they're having a big family reunion?
Yeah.
Do you ever supply beer for that?
We do.
We do
a number of events like that. Typically, if it's a private party, they could buy beer from us and serve it there.
Yep.
But we've also get requests to do private parties at people's houses, as well as other events like with Flynn Farm, for example. Their Fall Fest, we've gone there with a mobile pizza wagon and done our pizza there.
Really?
Yeah. And pizza and beer and other places too. Yeah. So that happens quite frequently. Yeah.
So
in fact, I have some this weekend that are.
Oh, you do? Really?
Yeah, some private parties, people are coming.
Okay.
in.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so you actually will. Someone come in here and have a party too?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. We have. That's correct. We have a lot of parties here. We usually call them semi-private, where they'll. We'll
like they'll have a
some
table or two tables
or maybe
or something.
half the room, or if they're big enough, we'll give them the whole
You
room.
reserve it? Yeah.
Right, and they would have this space for their party. And Lex does a great job with coordinating those parties and putting the food together. And
that's good.
Yeah, so we do showers.
Do you really?
Birthday parties, retirement parties, you name it.
Oh, that's good to know. Retirement parties too?
We've done, whatever event. We do a big party for the YMCA, the Old Colony YMCA every year. They, have an indoor and outdoor event.
Oh, okay,
Some events, and typically for businesses, if they want to have, say, a corporate party or whatever, they might do it on a Monday and Tuesday when we're normally closed, so they could have the run of the whole.
Oh, that's
place.
Awesome. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's very good.
And then. Also, like there's a couple coming up for the boosters of different athletic events. The OA soccer or football boosters.
Wow, that's huge.
They usually have a party, and they do a fundraiser here, and if they can ticket it right, and we help them out with that. They can raise a great amount of money for their cause. So we've done that for everything from, the sports boosters to any of the Pan Mass Challenge, the Boston Marathon, any of that like that.
You do that too.
So people have come by and so it's if you're running or biking, say in the Pan Mass Challenge, and you want to raise some funds, you could hold a fundraiser here.
Oh, okay.
We help you with we have the logistics, we have the formula. It usually works out pretty well for them. Yeah, so they usually come in, rent the space, charge their friends or family that are coming.
Yeah, a certain amount.
Right. And they have a silent auction or maybe some other things, and that does really well.
That's huge. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, so those events happen quite frequently and work out really well for everyone. Those are win-win on both sides.
Yeah, it sounds like. Now, so if I say I was going to have a retirement party for my husband or something, I don't know when you're going to retire, but someday you will. But anyway, so just say I wanted to host something here. What's my first step? I mean, do I contact? Go online.
You can go online, or you can email us, or email is the best. info@shoveltownbrewery.com.
Oh, okay, that's easy to remember.
And then and then send in your request, and we'll filter it and work on it. Get back to you, as fast as we can.
Details and everything.
With details and some of the formulas that we have for those type of events, depending on what you want to do.
Oh, all right. So I don't have to figure it out all myself.
If it's a fundraiser versus a private party, it's just a different set of criteria that we kind of come up with.
That sounds good. So I don't have to figure it all out myself.
No, we've done it 100 times, so we know what works, and we can help you with that process.
That's great. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we have some great showers, and birthday parties and things like that. And people come up with such creative decorations
Oh, I
and,
bet.
and
Yeah, I bet.
offerings, and it's really a lot of fun to see.
And it makes it memorable too. Instead of just like renting a hall somewhere and, you know, here's your gifts and all that, you know. But that's good. Yeah. Wow. So you have to check that out for your events. And, oh, that's fantastic. So you want to look around, show me a little bit here and there?
Sure. Well,
and,
I think, you know, this is a room that we call the beer garden room, and it has tables reminiscent of an old German beer garden. The accompaniments, or the trim and everything, was done to look very rustic.
Yeah.
And to tie in the brick in the old building.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other things about this building is that this was one of the original shovel manufacturing buildings. Oh. It was later on in the life of the shovel shop, so it wasn't those first ones. But
right. Oh, really?
And we also were told that this was the first electrified building in Easton.
What? In Easton?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
It's really amazing.
Later known as the Steadfast Rubber Building, where they made rubber boots and other rubber things for the Army, for the service over time. But that was
isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Wow. So you knew just what to call it.
Yes.
Shovel Town.
Exactly.
I love it.
So anyways, this is the
Thank
beer
you.
garden room. And
beautiful.
we have a little kitchen, open kitchen concept here. This room was the second room that we had opened. Let's go into the
you have
tap
merchandise
room.
that you can buy too, right?
Oh, yeah. We have a full set of merchandise.
Oh, I love
glassware,
those
hats,
shirts. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah,
hats and
I love
stickers.
the logo.
Yeah. So when we first opened, this was the original room. Now we call this the
this one was it right here?
It was the original room, and this room wasn't finished at all at that time. And we actually had the brew system in the back behind the bar here.
Oh, okay.
Since then, we've outgrown that system twice, and our big brew house, which we'll see later on during the tour, is there.
Oh, okay.
And, our taps have grown
look at
from
all
8
those.
to 16, so we have 16 taps and a little prep area in the back. But primarily, this was the first space that we had. And
so right here.
Yeah, and within the first couple of months, we realized that it wasn't
Too
going
small.
to cut
We
it.
can fit everybody.
We needed a bigger boat, so we took on the second room here, and we're able to build that out and have some more space for people. And
hello, Ed. How you doing? No, I love that. That's a great addition.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has podcasts! Yes. ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Welcome to Service Matters, a weekly radio show that talks about the good things that are happening in local communities and beyond.
Since 1978, the Easton Food Pantry has been dedicated to providing food to our neighbors in times of need. As long as there's hungry people in our community, our doors are open, our hearts will be open to help.
We also like to talk about the good things that people do to make a difference, and in many cases, to make dreams real for folks out there in need.
Just to chat about, as you say, some of the good things in life. There's some of the good things, the great things, and the happy things.
And certainly watch us on ECAT, Easton Community Access Television.
Here we go. My name is Harrison Young, and after 13 years of talk show experience, I seek to bring you the best in interviews with some of the very best guests around, including, and here we are, experts.
I've seen thousands of demons actually come out of the mirror one time.
Wow. Musical guests and artists.
If I say how I feel, would you really listen?
And interesting characters of all types.
I threw that kid across the classroom. Look, he didn't try that ever again.
Wow. Join me at Topic Time on your Easton cable station anytime they want to play it. And from what I understand, that's quite a few times a day. And I love it.
This is another popular area of the brewery. It's our outdoor patio space, and during the beautiful weather like we have today, it's enjoyed by many people who come out and would like to sit outside and enjoy a beer and have some food out here. And on some nights, this patio is packed with people.
Really?
Some nights it's packed in here and no one's inside, or vice versa.
The weather, right?
Or everything's
taken up. Yeah,
exactly.
Which is great because and it's nicely spaced apart where you're not on top of each other either, though. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a really nice space out here,
and it's beautiful.
And it works really well for the brewery, and people really enjoy the outdoor space.
Yeah, I love it.
People love to be outdoors, and we get a lot of nice shade here from the trees that are on there, and
I can see that.
It's really a very nice space. Very
and it's
comfortable.
nice thing to do after work sometimes too.
Exactly.
You have a big day at work, you come out and you're like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very good.
Yeah.
I love it. This is blowing my mind. It is. I cannot look at the size of these things.
So, our beer had grown in popularity. When we started, we had a very small system.
Yeah.
And we quickly outgrew that system.
Okay.
We went to a second system, and then over time outgrew that.
Wow.
And then we finally settled on this system. Now, originally we were brewing in the tap room, in the back of the tap room. Yeah. But we needed to take over more space to be able to produce the amount of beer that we needed to for the demand that we had.
Wow.
So we invested in this brew house here. We did a renovation on this building.
Did you really?
Yeah. It wasn't like this when we got it. We totally renovated it, gutted it, and ripped up the floor.
Oh, you ripped up the floor too?
Yeah. And because we had to put drains in the floor, it was more economical to remove the floor, put the drains in, and do that. So it was a big undertaking to do this, but
wow, this is
been a few years now, and we're really happy with the way it came out.
So how long has this room been
it's
open?
About 3 years. 3 years.
3 years?
Now.
Okay.
4 years maybe. 4 years. Yeah.
Wow, look at this setup.
Yeah. So this is what's known as the brew house.
Okay.
So the beer actually gets brewed here.
Okay.
But brewing the beer is a relatively short process, about 8 hours or so.
Oh, really?
What takes the amount of time is the fermentation, and those large tanks there are the fermenters. And beer will have to, or the wort originally with yeast added, eventually becomes beer. Has to stay in those tanks for about 20 days, 14 to 20 days, depending on the beer. And then it's ready for packaging. And this is our packaging line, so we would can and also put it into kegs using
using this right here?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So cans come down that.
Okay.
They get filled automatically. They come out the other side and they get labeled.
Wow.
And then Hey, Nate. Oh, this is a row of fermenters. So as the fermenter gets emptied, it gets cleaned and then replenished with another batch of beer. So these all on this side are fermenters, and then we have two bright tanks which allow us to do the final stages of the beer preparation, so it's ready for packaging. And packaging takes place out of these tanks. So these tanks are connected.
Okay.
Yeah, these tanks are connected to the packaging line or the canning line, and that produces the cans first. So typically, you know, the beer gets brewed here by adding grains to hot water and steeping the grains to extract the sugar. Once the sugar's extracted, then we pass it into the boil kettle where it gets boiled to concentrate the liquid a little bit more. And then that's where the hops get added. So the hop additions are typically added into the kettle at that point, and depending on the beer, different times in the process the hops are added in.
Wow.
And then once we've gone through the boil process and a whirlpool, the product ready to have yeast added to it comes through this heat exchanger, which allows the beer to be cooled quite rapidly. You can take it from about 170 degrees right down to 70 or 60 degrees in no time.
Really?
And then that's the connection to the fermenter, and the fermenter gets filled with beer that's already chilled.
Oh, brother.
And then we add the yeast at that point, and that's once the yeast gets added, then the fermentation process gets started. If we go down here, we may be able to see. So here's a tank that is just starting fermentation. So you can tell by the fact that it's bubbling. So what's happening here is that the yeast is consuming the sugars and generating alcohol.
Really?
The byproduct is carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide comes out, and that's what you see in bubble.
Oh, that's the bubbles. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a total science. This whole thing is a total science.
The guys that work in this space,
they know their stuff. They have to.
Exactly.
Do you have to keep up on things, the newer ways to do things, and study up?
Through training and a lot of classes, online learning.
Really?
They stay in tune with what's going on in the industry.
See, I had no idea that. I just look at the cans and go, "Oh, that looks good." So how do you do just one flavor at a time, or how do you do that?
Each tank will hold one flavor.
Really?
One style of beer. Right. So we'll do one style of beer at a time.
And then you clean it out.
Then you clean it out, and we'll do another style.
That must be a process to clean it out.
It's definitely a process.
I mean, that's wow. Yeah. Everything is so clean in here.
Yeah.
It's spotless. It's so clean. Wow, it's impressive. That must have been an exciting day to see these things come in, right?
Oh yeah.
They bring out a truck or something, and
quite a day.
That must have been something else. Wow.
And in Foxborough, we have a mini system that what we call a pilot system that allows us to do pilot beers there. And do pilot.
So you're not transferring everything from here to there.
Well, that comes here too. So the pilots go back and forth, and we used to pilot here on a small system.
Yep.
But now we're doing all the piloting in Foxborough.
Yeah.
It's a bigger system than we had originally for pilot.
Oh, okay.
Originally we had a 1-barrel system. Now we have a 3.5-barrel system, which is nice because we can produce enough for both Foxborough and Easton and have unique selections.
Yeah.
When, as you can see with these big tanks, we're kind of committed to something. So in the pilot system allows us to do an experimental beer.
Oh, really? Good. Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe not necessarily we would do in a big system,
Yeah.
So we also can do something that our customers might like, and we get to try it out. before we invest in a large quantity.
That's really smart. That's very smart. But it's just amazing to me that you're just, wow. Wow. So you're always thinking of different flavors, right?
Yeah,
different ways to.
This one was also just.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Starting fermentation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then I guess all of these are early in the process. This one's ready to go, but hasn't started doing it.
Oh, okay. So I mean, all these, the gauges and the. I noticed you had almost like a number up there, a timer or something.
Oh, that was just a clock. Yeah, but I mean, but people for timing purposes.
Yeah. Wow, and what's this big white tank here? What's that for?
This is actually, we produce a lot of wastewater, but it's not terrible. It's just got a lot of biological, BODs they call them.
Okay.
Biological things. And if we put it into the septic system, it would overwhelm the septic system.
Oh, of course,
so we have a company come and pump this out just about once a week. It's about
that much?
4,500 gallons. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Pure wastewater that gets it into a wastewater treatment plant.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Disposed of properly.
Yeah, that's much easier to do it that way. Yeah. Wow. Oh, this is so impressive.
Yeah. And then I guess the last piece of the tour that I always like to show people is our walk-in.
Woohoo!
Whoa! And typically, so we have.
Look at this.
You can come on in. Obviously we have our beers here, but we also store some hops, some flavors.
Okay. Yep.
And different things for the brewing process.
This is huge. I can't believe how much you have. Now, how long will this last? How long does beer typically last?
It turns over very quickly.
Does it really?
Yes, it does.
Wow, I didn't realize. Wow.
At the beginning of the week, it's full. At the end of the week, it's
really
kind of empty.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That is insane right there. That's just insane. Yeah. Wow.
And then we have some cleaning. This unit here is our keg cleaner. Keg cleaning is quite a process.
The kegs, yeah, okay.
The recyclable containers, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Stainless steel containers that we use to.
So you actually do kegs too, then?
Oh yes, a lot of the kegs are used in the tap rooms. Both here
right,
and
of course. Yeah, okay.
But also we distribute these, and they go to bars and restaurants around.
Oh, so you supply bars and restaurants?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bars and restaurants in Easton that buy our product, and then all in the South Coast and all around. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Also, the cans go to liquor stores around.
Oh wow! Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
See, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Wow, this is just amazing. Oh man, I love it. Now, do you ever give tours to people or anybody that's interested?
Yeah, we do quite a bit. It's kind of informal, typically.
Yeah.
Okay. A group might come in even for a private party and want a tour.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We'll give them a tour.
Because it's so interesting. It'll blow your mind. I can't believe it. This is quite a business. It really is. Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Really.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Ron Van Dam. I've been in radio for 3 decades now and have been doing a daily podcast-style show for a few years. But once a week, I come to the ECAT studio where they give me wine and cheese. Hey, welcome to the program. How are you? Good to be with you. Hey, you're looking good today. Thanks for being here. Make yourself comfortable. This won't take too long. It'll be a little bit painful for you, but in the long run, it's important for you to go through this. And I do a TV version of the podcast. I talk about what's going on in the world and in the area and give my opinions on things. That's both something to look forward to and also a warning. So tune in to see me move my mouth while I talk. Who knows? We might have something in common. Probably not, but you never know. Catch my show here, The Ron Van Dam Show, right here on ECAT.
It's the Ron Van Dam Show. Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird if you like that sort of thing.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then. In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody
everybody
was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards, but we all were in the same boat and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
Wow, Frank, tell me about this stuff.
So yeah, we have quite an array of merchandise. We have.
Well, that's really good quality.
Oh yeah, we try to get good quality goods in to make sure.
Yeah, look at that.
So yeah, our traditional Shoveltown logo, and then we've got.
Oh, that's great.
Those are the beers on the back. We also do the Flyaway logo quite a bit.
Those are nice shirts.
Popular.
Those are very nice. Yeah, and then you have the hats.
A full selection of hats with the logo.
That's fun.
Some Scully caps that are always popular.
Yep.
With the Shoveltown patch on
Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, those are very popular. Mugs and glassware, which also
that's
is
very good.
popular. There's some unique mugs and glassware
Yes, they're very unique.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. Wow. And those mugs right there, right?
Yeah, those are.
Look at that. That is a nice mug. That's very good.
So I brought over a flight of beer just so you can see. These are a flight is a very popular option here.
Okay.
So people can try, our different beers, and they enjoy tasting each one, and maybe they could, we have 16 on tap, and they
You
could
just
try.
choose 4.
You could
That's
choose
a flight.
4, and that
Okay.
would be a flight. And it's
beautiful.
approximately equivalent to one, in volume. It's a little more than one beer. But,
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're supposed to be 4-ounce pours.
Yeah.
So that would be, 16 ounces.
Yeah.
And then.
Those are generous portions, really.
Yeah.
They really are. They're beautiful too. Look at
So
the different.
you could see all the different colors. Like this is the
look at
Oktoberfest,
that.
so it's
Oh, is
got
it?
that
Okay.
caramel coloring. to it.
Yeah. And what's
this
that one?
is our Czech Pilsner, traditional golden color.
Yeah.
I meant this to be Flyaway, but I'm not sure I got the right one. So.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be Twine Cutter, our West Coast IPA,
Okay. Yep.
and our
Dark
peanut butter
one.
stout.
Oh.
So, Gail, I think you need to try the peanut butter
Okay.
stout.
What do you
and
think?
tell
Should I
me.
try it? Okay, here we go. Cheers. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So people are very.
That is really, really good.
Yeah.
You can taste it. Definitely. Oh, thank you very much. That's
and it's
amazing.
very creamy and
It's very creamy.
delicious. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that is, it's one more little sip. Oh, wow. You can really taste it. Oh, wow. You have to come and try this particular beer. Absolutely. And the name of it again is?
It's, we call it PB Crunch.
PB Crunch.
Yeah, so peanut butter crunch.
Oh my goodness, it's so
actually,
good.
The coffee in it is there too. You get,
I can taste it. Yeah, I can taste the coffee too.
But it's peanut butter coffee stout or coffee peanut butter stout, one of the two.
So good.
But we call it PB Crunch for short.
It's very good.
Yeah,
that's
like a sleeper, you know, where people don't realize it, and we sell a ton of it. And people
Do you really?
love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
And it's
I can't
very
get over
versatile.
that.
You know, you could drink it by itself or drink it as like a aperitif, a
Yes,
dessert beer.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I agree with that.
The other thing we talked about a little bit is our mug club.
Yeah, the mug club. Yeah.
Our mug club is very interesting. So at the beginning of the mug club season, someone could purchase a mug club membership.
Okay.
And basically they get their own numbered mug.
Oh, it's numbered.
Numbered, yeah.
Really? Ooh, wow.
And when they come in, they get a fill.
Okay.
In their own mug.
Whatever they want? Whatever
well,
beer they want?
Have to pay for it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But I mean, they could choose whatever and they get it in
Whatever
there.
they want. And then, but also there's some benefits that come along with being a mug club member.
Mm-hmm.
You get access to releases, new releases, first access to those new
Oh,
releases.
that's exciting, really.
And
Wow.
other things, like we have special mug club events
yeah.
for mug club members and different things that they can get involved in. So
That's a real community thing too, because then
Exactly.
you meet other mug club members, and it's kind of a community thing, right?
It's very popular, popular, and people are very competitive about their mug. The number they have, the lower the better, and that kind of thing. So
That's a beautiful mug, though, too.
Yeah,
I love that.
And at the end of the season, they get to keep their mug.
Okay.
And
all
so,
right.
because we switch the mug up every year, so it's a different looking mug.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, my
this one,
goodness.
this year's mug is slightly different. This was actually last year's mug.
Oh, okay.
We buy a few extras in case of breakage or whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then we sell those off at the end of the year.
Oh, you sell them off?
Yeah.
That would be a great collection to have at home.
It would
You know what
be,
I mean?
and also
So
to
that's-
drink coffee out of in the morning, and then you can put a shot of
That's right. Forget the coffee.
the peanut butter crunch in there and have that. So,
oh my goodness, that is so amazing. It's just, this really is. You have to come here. You have to check it out. And even if you have checked it out, you need to come back and see all the new things and the new selections. So I'm very impressed. Come on down and also
and
check
grab
out.
a shovel.
Grab a shovel. That's right. Look at the shovel right here. That is so great. It really is. Also, check out Station 1, too. You're in the area, right?
Station 1.
Check that out also. Cause,
that's a great spot. And the food is fantastic there. We get
fantastic.
good reviews.
Wow.
I had them make us one of our signature pizzas.
Oh, come on.
It's absolutely delicious.
Oh.
It's a chicken Bianca.
Oh, my
fresh
goodness.
tomatoes, chicken, a bechamel cheese sauce.
Oh, that's amazing.
And some basil. And it's absolutely delicious.
That
You
looks
guys
absolutely
have
amazing.
To have, so.
Yeah. Oh,
That's why
I can
got
actually
it.
try it?
You may try
Are
it.
you ready for this? Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. The flavor is unbelievable.
And it's very, very popular. But all of our flatbreads
So good.
do really well and really delicious.
Yes.
All fresh
absolutely.
ingredients.
It tastes very fresh.
Yeah.
Very fresh.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of For the Love of Words. After a 3-year hiatus, join me, John Holgerson, and
Priscilla Almquist Olsen,
as we interview poets and musicians. Could you give the audience a little summary of your background as a child?
When I turned 7 or so, we were car bombed. That stuck out.
And have them share their love of words.
Sometimes I wonder, do you A thin broth of moonlight caught in the trees spreads across the garden brush, so one side of every stick shimmers while the other sides melt into one another, a mass grave of cherry, pear, and pine.
For the Love of Words at 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
Hello, welcome to Easton News. I'm Abby Kitchenham.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The annual town election is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd, 2023.
Community events.
Be Inspired. Counseling presents a parent and child coping workshop centered around a new year and new beginnings.
And sports.
Pressure builds diamonds, so we live by that every day of practice, going into every game.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
for Easton News.
Playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Hi, sports fans. Easton Community Access Television, that's ECAT, your place for all of Ames high school sports. How about football, hockey, basketball, soccer, gymnastics, swimming, wrestling, lacrosse, field hockey, and more? Join us on Comcast 97 and Verizon Channel 23.
So Frank, what days are you open and what hours are you usually open?
Yeah, so we're open Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday and Thursday we open at 3 o'clock. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we open at 3 o'clock. Saturdays at noon and Sundays at noon. Saturday we go to 10 o'clock. And Sundays we close at 6.
Oh, okay. And then Wednesday through Thursday, you close at
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah. Friday's 10 o'clock.
Friday's 10 o'clock. Oh, those are good hours. Those are perfect hours. Yeah, that's
that
great.
works well for us and most people. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to mention was that if you need to, you want to check us out online, you could go to www.shoveltownbrewery.com. And that will bring you to a landing page where you can check out either Shoveltown Brewery or Station 1.
Oh, really? So it's both on there? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
And then if you want to interact with us, send us an email, you can do that at info@shoveltownbrewery.com.
Oh, okay. Oh, good to know. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can do that. So that's great.
Yeah.
Good information. Yes. Wow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anyways, thank you so much. This has been a fun show. And as you can see, you have to come over here and check it out. So good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
thanks to ECAT for all you guys do.
Thank you very much. Well, until next time on Discover Easton, we'll see you then.